Alright, it is pretty close to the middle of the night. The moon looks like it's going on a downward slope. I have it on hard difficulty, and I'm looking around here, and I am not seeing any enemies. It strikes me as very odd. Like, I wonder where I am. Okay, this is all sand. My god. I'll show you what I've done with my base in a minute. I took a lot of time to just mess around with things, and the sand is just a nightmare down there. I mean, oh, zombie. But yeah, the sand is just a nightmare down there to deal with. Every time I dig, I never know if I'm gonna hit sand, and I have to, basically destroy a ton of sand just to fill up my base the way I want it. I still cannot believe there are any spiders. I need spiders. I want my bow. I don't understand it. Why are there no spiders? If anybody watches this and they can tell me, I mean, do spiders not spawn when it's snowing like this? I suppose I could halfway understand that, if they're only... Oh, Jesus! God. That scared the living heck out of me. God. I've really got to be more careful. But yeah, as I was saying, if anybody watches this and they could tell me about why I'm not seeing any spiders, I would be very appreciative. My theory is maybe they only spawn in dungeons. If that's the case, then I guess I'm gonna have to start mining very early and focusing on trying to get myself some string, because I definitely need that bow in the worst way. I'm just so accustomed to having one. Fighting without one is very tough. Now, God, I gotta watch out for creepers. As you'll see, I've done a lot of work to this base. Oh, skeleton. I don't want you, skeleton. I put in a roof, and I made this roof out of cobblestone for now. Just because I don't feel like sitting back and refining a lot of cobblestone into smooth stone or sand into glass. But Lord knows I have plenty of sand to last me a long time. I'm going to try to get to this skeleton, because chances are, once he dies, he will leave behind arrows. And arrows are always nice to have. Okay, does that mean he died? I hope so. It's so hard to see with all this snow. I'm just, I'm really relying on these beacons. They're just really hard to see during the day. Before I put these two up, I had a lot of trouble finding the door that I made to my base, because it was just sand sitting here, all covered in snow, and it looked no different than this little area right here being covered in snow. But anyhow, this is how I get into my base right now. I built a ladder. I hollowed all of this out, and I made a door leading to this area, which is the mine that I kind of looked in. And while I was working around, I found a new passageway that I'm going to explore, hopefully very shortly. God, I still have snow on my base. Ah! Alright, snow's gone. Eventually I want to take out this center column, and the reason I have it now is because, as you can see, there is just nothing but sand above me. And it's what I've been dealing with ever since I started this base. Just nothing but sand. It's a little annoying, honestly. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to do. Since being that I went out to chop wood, I'm going to make myself a double chest, like I'm used to having. There we go. And yeah, look, I have tons of sand. 2 full stacks, plus 16. I still have 12 iron though, and I am trying to decide what to do with it. I even have, you know, flint and some feathers so I can start making arrows. But this is what is interesting to me. I was working on this up part of my base right here, and while I was breaking away dirt, you know, I came to this water and I figured, oh well, I'll try to make it even, so I'll just break away this one segment of water. Now, as you'll recall, when I was on top of the lake and I used a pick to break water, it led into the lake like it made a pool, so presumably I could swim down. I didn't try it because I wasn't quite sure how cold water affects me quite yet, but I probably will try it once I get a little more established, and once I find redstone so that I can find my spawn point again. But anyhow, I was chopping away at the ice, and when I hit a block of ice right about there and it shattered, water just started pouring out, and it fell down in here and just completely flooded this area. And imagine how surprised I was. You know, I figured that when I hit it, the glass would just, or the ice would just shatter like glass, much like that second piece of ice that I had hit earlier, which just broke, much like a piece of glass does. I think it even makes the same sound. So, new surprises with this ice world. I haven't quite figured out how it works yet. I'm going to try some more later on. First I'm going to try to hollow this out because I have my fountain here, and it'll be probably a decent source of water. I might replace all of that with glass eventually, and maybe use this as a nice area to put a garden. You know, who knows? I haven't really even tried messing around with how gardens work yet in a snowy world. I'd imagine that they would have to be enclosed, because I'm sure that snow falling on top of your wheat is not good for it. I should really even this out too. But I'm just going to use up this pick really quick. Make a new one. and then start heading into, there we go, and start heading into the mine. Here we go. Tell you what, I'm gonna make 2 more picks like this. I just always feel like I can never have too many picks on me. Especially the stone ones, because stone is just so easy to come by. And I'm going to bring some stone with me, just in case. A couple ladders. Dirt. Not really a fan of gravel, but whatever. And, ooh, I do have a shovel. I will perhaps make 1 more shovel too before I head out. Never know what I'm going to come across. I do have a steel shovel. I should really just stop making stone shovels, honestly, with this steel shovel, because it's kind of silly. It's like, or do it the other way around, perhaps, like not use steel for my shovels. You know, it's rather silly. The only thing that you should really use steel for is picks, because, you know, at most, the best that a steel shovel is going to do for you, or a steel axe, is chop through wood or dirt faster. Whereas steel picks are needed to mine certain materials, such as anything above iron, like gold and redstone and all that stuff. Okay, speaking of which, I have some coal over here that I'm going to pick up, because coal is always useful. And I'm pretty sure that this area that I'm at right now is exactly where I found this new chamber. It does drop down a little bit, so that's why I brought some ladders. Hopefully I can figure out a way to get down there. I'm sure I will, you know, I always do. Oh man, there's always so much coal in these deposits. The good news is I don't hear any monsters. So hopefully me and my little piece of crap wooden sword can go down there in relative safety. So yeah, see what I mean? It definitely drops down. I'm going to first of all make a bridge. And I'm going to use one of the newer features, Sneak. One of the things I like about Sneak is you can't walk off the edge. So no matter what you're doing, you will never fall off the edge of anything while you are sneaking. Alright, I see more coal. Oh wow, this just drops right back down into here too. Oh, iron. I'm gonna go for the iron. You know, I thought I heard that the creator of this game is going to try to make all blocks obey gravity. I suppose while that's realistic, I kind of hope he doesn't, because I quite enjoy being able to construct, you know, stuff like this, which I wouldn't really be able to make if the blocks really did obey gravity.